Yeah.
Maybe it was summoning Kaguya.
Okay. Let me go find this real quick. Okay. So speaking of weird Naruto things, so Axel, you are like in the power scaling community. You probably
Tangentially.
recognize this scan. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
My
yeah, so
favorite.
this is right after Hashirama says that Jubi Obito is stronger than him. And then Tobirama says that even if you absorb your remaining clones, you're no match for him, Hashirama. So, going to what that says in the Japanese, because we were debating about this, because this made absolutely no sense. I don't know if we posted the Japanese in the actual thing here. Okay, I guess not. We'll just have to go with this version up here. So this is what he says in the Japanese, and here's a little bit more of a clear picture just to make it easier to read. So
that's a completely different context.
Yeah, so ignoring the second part here, even if you send a clone, it won't be a match against the Tintel's Jinchuriki brother. First of all, that does make a difference. I guess first of all, so power scaling. So Miss Anne, would you say this is a closer meaning than the first one? So basically, what this boils down to is whether or not the real Hashirama body with all the clones absorbed is weaker than Tintel's Obito, or whether one of Hashirama's clones is weaker than Tintel's Obito.
Wait. Are you... Sorry, can you repeat that?
So I know, it's a weird distinction.
So basically, read this and tell us what you think it's saying.
Well, again, so the distinction is that either Hashirama's clone is weaker than Obito, or the real Hashirama body is weaker than Obito. Because the clone of Hashirama should be weaker than the real body.
I need to make sure I have this. Oh, okay. So, I think it's talking. Yeah, it should be even if you send a clone, because bunshin o yokoshite mo yokoshi is like that's the thing I was checking. But to send or to like hand over or to send out, I guess. Like the sentence examples here, like, can you send someone to make up the bed? Can you send someone to pick up the laundry? Like, so even if you send out a clone, it won't, aite ni naranzo is like it won't even be like a match. Yeah, I guess it says that in the translation. But it doesn't say anything about against Tintel's Jinchuriki. Like, there's that context is not in the sentence at all.
I agree. Which is what I was trying to tell Sage. But okay. That was sort of a separate thing from what I was trying to get to. Okay, so couldn't quite disappear. Huh? That's not exactly what that's saying, technically. I sort of have my own translation for that. But yeah. So Kia Sokuneta. How would you translate that, first of all?
What, Kia Sokuneta?
Yeah. What's that?
Like, I had to like, because there's two. I don't know the context really well enough to understand like what.
Well, okay. Stop. Okay, perfect. You couldn't have responded better, honestly. So that's exactly what I said. And then we went into this long tirade. So, yes. This makes no sense.
Doing the VC earlier.
Nothing about this makes sense. Well, to be fair, this was in DMs like 2 days ago. But so yeah.
Oh, okay.
So basically I was saying this sort of really depends on whatever the context is for this. The second part, it's more or less saying that, but the first part still matters here for the context. And so Sage assumed that couldn't quite disappear, huh? Is in reference to, okay, because this is crazy. Don't know if you guys caught this, but the person that Tobirama is talking to, aka this Madara, or sorry, oh my gosh, this Hashirama, who says that the Ten-Tails Obito is stronger than him, this is a clone. Not the real Madara. Oh my gosh, not the real Hashirama. The real Hashirama doesn't say that Ten-Tails Obito is stronger than him, only the clone. I didn't pick that up when I was first reading it. I don't know if you guys did.
I didn't, and I just assumed, even if I had picked it up, I would have assumed he was speaking in reference to his full chakra level and not the clone's amount.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. You could argue with the context of what the Japanese says next. That does matter. Because even if you send a clone, it won't be a match against the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki brother. Especially that he's talking to a clone. So he's basically agreeing, yeah, clone, clones aren't stronger. You clone. That's basically what he's saying. Because otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense if Hashirama's saying, yeah, the real me is weaker than this guy, and then Tobirama saying, yeah, even a clone of you would be weaker than him, when the clones are weaker than the real him.
Wait, but if that's the clone, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he using Bunshi as like the topic? Even if you send your clone, as in this person right here, you wouldn't be a match for him.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. He could just be saying, even if you attack him as you are, because you're a clone.
Yeah.
So that's why this whole scene makes no sense. Oh, by the way, I completely agree that this was very difficult to translate because it's doing two different kanji. This one isn't even in its kanji form, which was really throwing me off. You don't usually start a sentence with this at all in the first place, and just everything about this was just weird. But ignoring that, not the end of the world. So again, yeah, so Sage was saying he interpreted this as the real body can't disappear from fighting Madara to fight Obito. AKA, like, the real Hashirama can't break off from Madara to fight Obito, and only this clone can fight Obito because the real Madara is not letting him fight Obito. That doesn't make sense to me. But it was Sage's interpretation. Don't know what you guys thought about that.
I like that better, and I wish that was what it meant, but I don't believe that.
But that doesn't make sense based on this, since it's about the clones. Because Tobirama's the one saying this, keep in mind. So again, I will give further context for additional scenes that are surrounding this scene. So what happened right before this was they were doing the Crimson Ray barrier around Ten-Tails Obito. Ten-Tails Obito breaks it, and you see the real Hashirama. So the distinction here is the real Hashirama, the way we know the real Hashirama at this time is in Sage mode. You can see the Sage mode markings here, and they're not on this Hashirama here. You can't really see it here, but you can see it in the really quick. This right here. You can tell this is not the Sage mode Hashirama, so this is not the real body. This is a clone.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they just did the Crimson Ray barrier. Obito broke it. The real Hashirama, along with the real Tobirama, real Hiruzen, real Minato, get like sent backwards. Tobirama's shadow clones and Hashirama's wood clones poof away. Poof away. Hashirama's wood clones. The wooden clones of Hashirama that are wood and not shadow clones and are wood. They poof away. But of course, it was only those clones that poofed away. And of course, not this one. Of course.
Huh?
That makes sense. Yeah. So continuing the scene. So anything here?
But no, basically I'm saying I wish that what he said worked, but it doesn't, and I don't agree with it. But like,
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
see
So
why he tried to use it.
so off screen somehow. Again, the real Hashirama doing the Crimson Ray Barrier with the other Hokage. Here's the other Hokage. They're here. A clone of Hashirama jumps in and says, to be blunt, this guy's stronger than me. Again, immediately after the Crimson Ray Barrier with the real Sage Mode Hashirama, and then the non-Sage Mode clone jumps in to say that with the real Hokage who are there. As Madara is still sitting down, by the way, so he's not fighting the real Hashirama at this time.
Wait, is this the actual translation?
For
Did they
the
just
Viz,
not
yeah.
clean the background at all?
Oh no, they don't do that. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, no, they're bad. They're just Viz is just bad all around, everywhere, the whole way, the whole 9 and 6, everything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they do this all the time.
What was the thing that they did? I didn't see.
It's just so funny.
They don't clean the text background. Sorry, I was just commenting.
No, you're fine. Yeah, they do that a
doesn't
lot.
have shadow clones. Tobirama made it for this reason. So, okay. So continuing forwards, because we were saying a lot of stuff here. So this is where, and this is like immediately following that. So the real Hashirama, who we saw was doing the Crimson Ray Barrier, is for some reason now across the battlefield somewhere else. For some reason. And at this point, I feel I need... Because so he's about to step in against Jubito. Because he realizes, oh no, Jubito's strong. Oh, whoa, he broke the Crimson Ray Barrier. I better get over there to help out. And that's when Madara interferes. Of course. Because that makes sense. So, there's that. But it gets even crazier. Because... So here's the real Hashirama, across the battlefield, mind you. So after the Crimson Ray Barrier, when he ran away, so, Jinchuriki, this is bad. So he drops the deity gates on him. Yeah.
Or B, you got turned into a side character, even more than you already were.
So drops a ton of deity gates. And whoa, this is crazy. Whoa, he broke the deity gates. Oh my gosh. And that's when Hashirama starts running over right after this. But so here's another thing. So the Tin Tails was absorbed. Where are the Tin Tails minions coming from? Why are these here? Anyone?
Put them off from it before I got absorbed.
No, okay, but that doesn't make sense. Axel, you know that doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't know why else they would be there. So like,
I don't know either,
stupid,
but it doesn't
make
make sense for these to be here, and you know it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying, how else would they have ended up there? You and I can clearly see with our functioning eyes. I'm assuming that they're there, so like they got there somehow.
Yeah, the first panel that they're there, despite seeing several wide shots where they are nowhere to be found and haven't been since the Tin Tails was absorbed, if not before then, since all of them should have died from being fought beforehand. And by the way, they're not inside the Crimson Ray Barrier. Remember, we get the full wide panel, nowhere in shot. Yeah, no Tin Tails minions anywhere.
I get off screen, that's why. Or off paneled.
And then they come back on panel.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So, none of this makes sense to me. Hashirama's wooden clones poofing away. The Tin Tails minions coming out of nowhere. And again, through all this context, I'm getting more questions than answered. I still don't know. What is Tobirama talking about? What failed to disappear?
The Ten-Tails? じゃないかな多分わかんないけど。
Maybe
No.
he's saying that because he sees those 3 little 10-tails things. He's like, they're not all the way gone.
Maybe that's the funniest interpretation, but like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Okay, you know what? Okay, that's the fun. Okay, that's actually the counter against Sage
Oh, here we
because they're
gonna hate me now.
they're not saying Tin tells Jinchuriki here. I'm just
Sage,
gonna
if you're
say
listening, I love you. Don't take this personally.
Hashirama's clone is weaker. I love this interpretation. Hashirama's clone
No,
is
wait. Wait, that's not
weaker.
what I meant. It could be like two separate things.
But these
Stop cherry
guys,
picking.
Hashirama better not send a clone against these guys. This is just gonna lose.
No, like okay, so he could be talking about, oh, they failed to disappear, and then like space new sentence, because like whoever this is referencing, I'm assuming even if you sent a clone, he would be no match for whoever, again, the identity nananzo part is talking about, which I don't know, but they could be talking about two separate things because Japanese is just like, we don't need subjects.
But you agree, though, that would still
Like, it's
be
pretty subjective.
weird with all of the other context here. That is also weird. What is happening in this scene?
Wait, tell me what volume this is so I can go grab it and just read it.
Axel, you would know more than me. I could probably just look up chapter. I'm gonna figure it out from there. I'm gonna assume it's like 600, 620, because that one's highlighted blue. Let's see. Let's find out. Around volume 65. Okay, it's gonna be past this. Yeah. Let's try
Considerably past.
641. Probably past this as well, but
It's in
You can probably like
chapter
screenshot it and then
638.
do a Google search and it'll come up.
Wait, well,
true.
there is a 10-tails Obito, so
It's
you're
in
close.
638,
But this is
volume
definitely-
67, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on volume 60.
Which chapter did you say?
638.
638?
638.
Okay. And again, that's volume 67.
Page 18.
I like that they made that cover a storm wall.
Yeah, so this chapter. Okay. Yeah, so again, volume 67.
Okay, so wait, what? Volume 67, you said?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
Ignore the
need to
creaking
know
of my
this
ladder.
context.
I barely hear anything.
That's okay. Yeah, so Naruto absorbs the Ten-Tails, becomes Ten-Tails Jinchuriki. To be fair, these things are still around. Okay, I'll give you that. You can still see these things are still here. I'll give you that. Becomes the host.
Maybe it's just me, but in a way they're kind of cute. I want one.
Other things are nowhere to be found.
They're like ugly cute, if that makes sense.
They kind of are. Like they would make like a good like plushie doll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
They
I'm
would
gonna
make
go
good
on
villains
Etsy
in
and ask
Boruto.
that somebody will make me one.
yeah.
Wait, what volume did you say again? Sorry, 67?
67.
Yeah,
Yeah.
67. Chapter 638.
Yeah. So again, so I think that they failed to disappear should be probably in reference to the clones disappearing, except they didn't fail to disappear. They succeeded at disappearing. It's also like 3 pages later, so I don't know why he would say that. Like, Hashirama
think
says,
it's
this
about
guy's
that.
stronger than me. And Tobirama is saying they failed to disappear in response to that?
Not sure.
Doesn't make much sense.
I agree.
Failed to disappear, just like the context for why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Why are we even arguing?
Here's
Because
another
Ood
thing.
likes this kind of stuff.
Here's another thing.
That's why.
Flying.
So Obito's on the ground here. Here's another thing. Completely new thing here. Obito's on the ground. The ground.
Yeah.
Breaks breaks the Crimson Ray barrier. All the Kage go flying. On top of the deity gate now. He could have just flown up, I guess. They have the tump to indicate maybe he's landing. Did they do something like this in the anime?
Yeah.
I guess there's another Tintel thing.
Yeah, it looks like he's landing. Oh, look, and there's more of the little things down there.
Oh, yeah, there's some down here too.
Ood, you bullied me, and now you see that they're here.
Guess so. Yes, again, the Hokage just... Again, I don't know why this is a clone. Why did the real body run away?
The real one isn't here, as a wise man once said.
I just don't understand the context here.
It'd be fun to watch the Hokage beg for mercy.
Yeah. And again, that's when Madara starts getting up, like, after this chapter. So...
Yeah. Like, the actual Hashirama has no reason not to be here.
Exactly! Because again, Obito's the Tintels now. He hasn't done anything yet, so he's not being a threat for Hashirama to fight yet. The Tintels is gone, so he can't be fighting that. Madara's sitting down, so he's not a... Like what, is Hashirama fighting against the Tintels minions? These things? Is that what he ran away to go do?
Apparently.
I just don't know.
Why are they, like, facing away from them, by the way? Because didn't they just get one-shotted while they're not looking at them?
I don't know. Nothing about this scene makes sense. That's not the problem.
Any sense?
Because imagine one of those things looks and goes, "Ooh, person wide open," and slashes and bites and kills them or whatever.
I just don't know.
Konoha's finest, guys.
So I'm just sitting here wondering, because this was important for the translation. What
I
failed?
think I
to
figured out what it
disappear?
is.
Oh?
Ooh, tell us.
Sorry. So the Kie Sokoneta might be referring to like Obito's consciousness. Because he says like he questions what Obito is when he's called Obito.
Ah.
Kind of makes sense.
Oh.
But again, it's saying it failed to
And then-
disappear, so Tobirama's saying his consciousness is still there, possibly?
Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
how
but
should
it's
I
weird to
Hold
say
on.
that at the point that he said it instead of like immediately.
It's almost like soどうかなちょっと待って
It's also, once again, still weird on Kishimoto's part to just insert this Hashirama, this guy's stronger than me, scene in between Obito saying the Obito and Tobirama saying that line. Just randomly.
I think it'd be better if he wasn't saying it and he was thinking it, because then you could just assume that that's happening. And then right after that, this is what they're saying in real time as Hashirama's thinking that.
Yeah.
But since he's saying it, it doesn't work as well.
Especially since Hiruzen is responding to Hashirama before Tobirama says his thing. It's like Tobirama's, interrupting their conversation?
I think it'd work better if Tobirama said that and then Hiruzen responded to him.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Nothing about this makes sense.
So like okay so because I am also doing some regular Googling apart from the dictionary definition of this word, but the suffix of sokoneta is like もう何も残っていなかった so that means like nothing is left. So there's two ways that you can look at it. You can either look at it as there's still a trace of something left and it failed to disappear, or it's completely gone and there's nothing left. So I'm assuming he's talking about there's absolutely nothing left of Obito remaining in his brain. Because that's what it sounded like in Japanese.
Okay. I can see that. But
his personality is gone.
As cool
or his,
as it is to
memory of who
say
he was
that,
gone.
it's still weird for Kishimoto to place it where he did. In my opinion, just like randomly in between the Hashirama, this guy's stronger than me. Here's Insane's response. You're just weird. But yeah.
I like how the way that that's drawn almost makes it look like the Torii Gate is speaking when it's actually Hiruzen.
You know what? I'm gonna screenshot that for intro pictures because why not?
Oh my god, what have I done?
Okay. Now to go to intro pictures. Hiruzen's not even the picture at all, so Kami's just actually gonna be so confused. Why?
Also, sorry,
that?
tying further into the context of what I was talking about earlier with it being him responding to Obito not having any of his consciousness left, because it's the first thing I can't hear his end, says, where he's like, I'm sorry, but it seems that way, and then he says like, he's responding to whatever, because he didn't have a reaction when it was just, what? Is he even in the same? Yeah, no, he is. That was like their first reactions to everything after that. Because that seems like the biggest reaction from Minato, Naruto, and Sasuke. And then the Hokages are shown. And then Hashirama says his line.
So,
then,
okay, just for clarification. So,
sorry, the page
if we're going to say that these are the three reactions to Obito doing his thing in this panel, then can we double check what Hashirama does say? So when he says, to be blunt, this guy is stronger than me, is he actually saying that in the Japanese? And then also, is there like a random other interpretation where like stronger in this context means stronger minded or something? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. No. He says, はっきりに言うと、こいつは、こういうやつは、俺より強い。
Okay, yeah. That's definitely
literally
he is stronger than me.
To put it bluntly, this guy is stronger than me.
Yeah.
Suya is like stronger, right?
Yeah.
And then Hiruzen is like, 失礼ですがそのようですな. Which means like, sorry to confirm your but if it is a clone, he could be talking about like, this guy is stronger than my clone. In terms of me being like the clone.
Yeah.
Because that ties in with the next thing about 分身をよこしても相手にならんぞ, which would be like, yeah, even if you send yourself as a clone right now, then you wouldn't be no match for him.
I completely agree. That was the interpretation I got when I was translating it too. That first part was just weird to me, but I'm glad to get that cleared up.
I get it, I suck. Now can we just have a plan to take this thing down?
Now, if only you could clear up the 20 billion other weird things.
He could also be talking about the barrier disappearing, or like the, well,
Yeah, but that happened like
the gate has
half a chapter ago. Gate speaking.
Like, no, he just did that. Did he not? Because it was in the same. It was like 2 pages back.
Yeah. I'm kind of exaggerating, but yeah. Any idea why the wooden clones would poof away? Anyone?
I think maybe he just forgot that they were wooden clones and made them poof like normal shadow clones.
Any reason that the
I
real
think he was
Hashirama, who
aware
was
that they were
Or
boys.
he
with
just wanted to draw that row of the Will of Fire emblem things in front of Madara.
yeah, the colorist got it wrong. This is a metaphor, actually.
No, I think Kishimoto didn't want to like make a specific poofing for the wood clones, so he just used the default one.
Well, we see what happens
we
when the
ever
wood
seen a
clones are
wood clone,
destroyed. They
like,
just turn
poof
back to
away?
wood.
I thought we did. Yeah.
Yeah, they break, but this is like different. It's poofing away.
Yeah, but that's why
Yeah.
he's saying why.
No, it's like when you hit them hard enough, they break. But like if you hit the main body, they should just go away.
But who
So
hit Hashirama?
when the barrier broke, Hashirama was sent
Oh,
sent
okay.
flying.
My problem with that is that for shadow clones, you poof them into existence. And for wood clones, you spawn them into existence just with wood. And then they take the form of a clone. So that is still different in that weird kind of way. But
Like, think of a water clone. Would it like poof away, or what would
Well,
happen
it does seem,
exactly?
to be fair with the framing of the panels, it does seem like that's what they're trying to convey. Like that after they got buffeted back, then that caused their clones to destabilize. But I still feel like it shouldn't have been drawn this way even with that.
and again, whether the wood clone poofed away or not, why is this clone here?
Yeah, why is this one special?
What if the other? Well, does he? He can make normal shadow clones, right?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. Wait, he can?
Tobirama made the jutsu after.
Yeah, Tobirama made the jutsu after. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know you're right. Well, he still could have learned it.
I don't think so. In fact, part of the reason that Tobirama made the shadow clones was because nobody else besides Hashirama has wood clones, and Tobirama wanted to make a clone for anyone to be able to use. Like, there'd be no point for Hashirama to even learn in the first place.
Yeah.
Wood clones are just better.
Well, yet another example of Kishimoto forgetting.
But
we see him making them as wood clones, so it's not like he used the shadow clone jutsu.
that's true too. And then, again, the last thing. Why did the main body just run away? Anyone?
What is he even doing?
Oh, he's being knocked back from the Crimson Ray barrier breaking. And then he's across the battlefield for some reason, doing nothing. I guess he just got scared.
You're saying he ran away, in other words, he's guilty of treason?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Because keep in mind, there's a lot of time that's happening here. Well, this is a solid 1.5 chapters later after the Crimson Ray barrier was broken that he's deciding to go help out against Obito, the real body. It's like they're doing all this fighting in between. And nothing. It's like, what?
Do wood clones have the property of like retaining the information? Like when they poof away, like shadow clones, they
I
go
don't
back
think
to the
that's
user.
ever clarified, but I would assume
Would assume not.
I mean,
maybe
he's...
not, because otherwise why wouldn't everybody be using their clones for that?
But again, he's
Didn't
in
he
sight. Because he's dropping the deity gates on him. He can see Tintel's Obito.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Did he not just get knocked out of Sage mode when he got knocked back? Because he says like null or whatever, and then
oh, so you think the one
very
that
next
didn't-
panel he's like not in Sage mode anymore, but he's still in the same exact place with all the other Hokage.
So you think the one that doesn't have Sage Mode is just him?
Potentially, because he's still like shown.
Then that would make sense why they say if you send a clone, because it's the real him. If
Yeah.
it's true.
We could also check the
He's
anime
still
for
shown in the
that.
same exact spot.
See, this was me giving Sage the benefit of the doubt and not assuming he's, you know, doing his own thing over there.
You were gonna say something way less nice.
Well, I definitely possibly could have done that.
Very, like 95% likely.
Well, it's not guaranteed. This is a time where that joke actually just did work out correctly.
Yeah, because I can't read your mind, so it's not guaranteed.
Yeah. Part of the problem with saying that would probably be what Sage Reply point to would be this seemingly was a clone based on the fact that when Obito destroyed it, it's wooden, whereas Tobirama's still real.
Oh wait, is he not in the because okay, so yeah, because hold on. But
You're
then
lucky
how was he
didn't just decide to do that to Gamakichi.
Yeah, good thing Obito stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then Madara intercepts him. I guess maybe it is just like one clone got left over. What? But then how was he using what?
Dude,
Also, this makes no sense. The clone's already destroyed. He's turned back into wood. He's saying yup. He's responding to... What? Can wooden clones do that?
Well, I just assumed that they're like so strong that even their damaged clones can still somewhat function.
But this isn't a damaged clone. This is a clone that's basically already poofed away. That's just like the wooden clone version of poofing away. It just turns back into normal wood and just like falls over dead.
I don't even see that.
Well, Tobirama's talking too, is what I'm saying. So I thought that was supposed to indicate how strong they were, that they can still function while their clones are like going away.
I don't think so, because that just doesn't make sense for me as a strength thing. I think it'd be a mechanic of the wooden clone. But it's right before the tandem paper bomb.
But Tobirama's doing it too. It's not wooden clone specific.
Sorry, I think what's happening is he got split apart, but he can merge himself back together, because in the manga it looks like there's lines connecting one of the halves to his other half, and he's like regaining consciousness. In the non-colored version, I guess. Sorry, I'm just looking at the physical copy.
Spread right there.
Yeah, because we know that clone wraps himself around, so clearly is still just alive or whatever. Which is weird that the clone could just do that, but I guess.
Oh wait, so maybe it's that like technically, even though the clone is a wood clone that can be defeated, he can just manipulate it like regular wood if he chooses to. I don't know.
Oh, that could be cool too. Like the real Hashirama from some distance away is using the wood.
Mode, actually.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like that. It's like if Gaara made a sand clone and then the sand clone was destroyed and the Gaara used that clone for a sand coffin or something.
Oh look, guys, it's pre-Ozempic Obito.
Yeah, so I do think that was a clone based on the fact that it was wooden clone. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because later he's like, if it comes to this, then I should probably actually like with his Sage Mode form, and then he starts running towards.
I think it would
but then he gets intercepted.
At this point, I feel I need to.
KCM mode was silver instead of gold.
That would look cool. But I have no idea why Hashirama just ran away. Did nothing. Just watched.
Because
I don't think he was there from the start, though. Well, I guess...
He was there during the Crimson Ray.
Maybe it was because he was quaking with how much blatantly stronger than him Obito was.
I mean, again, he's with all the other Kage to do the Crimson Ray barrier.
Yeah, he's like, keep him away from me. He's too powerful. He can one-tap me.
It's
Our
weird.
only hope is to form the Crimson Ray. Oh wait, the Crimson Ray barrier's gone. Bye, guys.
Keep in mind, he said, Jinchurikie, this is bad, and then proceeded to do nothing for a chapter and a half.
Yeah, this is bad. Better not jump out there in front. I'll let them die and watch what they do and then learn from that.
I'll stand back here where it's good.
I'll stand firm like a tree.
Oh my
Is it
gosh.
just me or does Hashirama look Native American? I've always thought that.
Well, he definitely doesn't look like his Hokage stone face. But that's another topic. Anyways, I don't think there's anything that breaks my interpretation that Tobirama is referencing these Tin Tails minions that the Hashirama clone is too weak to go up against. There's nothing that says it can't be that, right?
I mean,
That
I
Kiba was
guess.
blowing through them like a hot knife through butter.
A hot wooden knife
You
through
know.
butter.
He's just gonna get overwhelmed. I mean, if Mitsuki needs Sage Mode to take out like 3 claw grimes, then these things should be pretty strong. It's like
It
the
doesn't
same
need
idea.
it, okay? It just looks cool. Rules cool, dude.
Of course, of course.
And the
It's so stupid.
I'm just gonna start using that as a response to like debate topics.
I love that. Here, I will send this to you so you can just have this.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that. I like how without context it was like you're just asking me, did I have a Rottweiler?
And then sending